our study. Today we are going to start with, continue with our 64th shloka of second chapter. Second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyo Adhyaya. In the second chapter, God has explained us through the Sankhya Yoga about ourselves, who are we. It is the best chapter in Shrimad Bhagwat Gita for those people who think themselves as a intellectual people, who wants to have the what is called as a reason, cause and effect with the sequence of events in the life, and they do not have still developed the what is called as a Shraddha, faith. Faith is a incorrect or incomplete definition of the word Shraddha, but we will use it over here because we are having the English discourses. So we will continue with our 64th sloka. I will chant the sloka first. Raga Dvesha Viyuktaistu Vishayanindriyaischaran Atma Vashyai Vidheyatma Prasadam Adhigacchati. We already saw last time some part of this. Raga Dveshai Viyuktaisu. One who has been liberated, who has come out of the rag and dvesh, the moha, the attachment, and dvesh, aversion. One who has come out of this will be using through his indriyas chairana, vishaya, will be using all his senses and enjoying the vishaya, enjoying the object or sensual happiness through the indriya. Who will be able to enjoy this? Raga Dvesha Viyuktes. Who is free from rag and dvesh, who is free from attachment and aversion. And then Atma Vashyai. Vashyai means in control. Atma Vashyai, controlling one's mind. One who has got a control over his or her mind will be able to enjoy it much better and in a way. And prasadam, here the word prasadam is a very important word. The same word is going to come in the next shloka also. So we are going to look at prasadam today. Prasad is going to be our topic today. This is my most beloved topic, one of the most beloved topic. And adhigacchati, prasadam means the grace of God. The grace of God which comes to us every day, every second actually, which we do not realize. So, prasadam, grace of God, adhigacchati, attains, means one who is using the senses for the vishaya. But ragadvesha viyuktaisu, with the controlled senses, you can enjoy it as the best. This is what God has told. And here it is, here there are so many things which are part of understanding here. Number one is that very clearly God has told here that do not abstain. So in this I am repeatedly telling because there is it is beaten on our mind for last over 2,500 years that anybody who abstain from the material world is pious. Even today, we always have, I have got a respect for those people who have really left it. But the point is that abstaining means the certification or license for being a pious person is not the direction given by the God in Shrimad Bhagwat Gita. In Shrimad Bhagwat Gita, the direction is controlled mind. In Shrimad Bhagwat Gita, direction is to use the Vishaya. मोह त्याग को छोड़ दो, मोह को त्याग कर दो, गुस्से को छोड़ दो. All these things are so much beaten in our mind that we think that those people who abstain from the worldly matter are the pious person, and that is the way to reach God, to attain salvation. In various schools of thoughts, it's not only in Sanatan, in various schools of thoughts, this has been written in books. do not do this, then you will be a pious person and you will go to heaven. Don't do this, don't eat this. Here, God has told nothing about what not to eat. In the whole Gita, there is nowhere it is written, ye mat khao, don't eat this and don't do this. It is told that whatever you are enjoying in your life with a controlled mind, that is important. Controlling oneself is the key which is written there. So we'll go further on this. We last time already talked about this. So here the word is Videyatma, and we talked about the example of Shankaracharya, that living in present, when we are eating anything or we are enjoying anything, we are living either in the past or in the future. We are not living in present. Example is simple. We go to the restaurant and we like to eat samosas, so we order samosas. Then while eating the samosa, what we have in mind? We have two things in mind. Number one, last time in the other hotel, what samosas we ate and what is the comparative taste of it. So instead of enjoying the present samosa in my present plate in my mouth, I start comparing, and if the comparison comes as a lower level, then even while eating my samosas, I am unhappy. I am telling that, oh, these samosas are not that good. And I become unhappy. I become unhappy with the experience in past, which has already gone. And I still remain unhappy while eating a samosa today, now. Same way for future. When I am eating samosa, I think that, oh, if this good samosas will not be available in future, what will happen to me? I will be deprived from the happiness. So what happens? We are unhappy. We think that, oh, I will eat more samosas or I will pack some more of them and I want to be happy. The expectation of future happiness is leaving us from the present happiness which we are getting from the senses. So that is why a Videyatma, one who has got a control, one who has got a clear-cut understanding about the raga, dvesha and control of that in the mind is Videyatma. And we took the example of Shankaracharya last time. Now, if somebody will say that, okay, how can I have a fun without sensual happiness? That is another question which has come to me. That if the God is telling that you enjoy, this enjoyment is not limited to our body. This enjoyment is not limited to only us. And we have got this example every day in our life. Suppose suppose somebody has got a kid, a 6-year-old kid. And now this 6-year-old kid wants to eat the ice cream. The daughter loves the ice cream so much. So the father takes the daughter to an ice cream shop and buys the ice cream whatever flavor the daughter likes. Now while the daughter is eating the ice cream, she is very happy. There is a happiness on her face and she is enjoying the ice cream. The father is not eating the ice cream. Father says that, no, I have got a bad cough, I have got some problem, so I don't want to eat. Father will not eat the ice cream. But father will enjoy the same eating of ice cream by looking at the daughter's face. So the sweetness of ice cream is not touching the tongue of the father, but still the father really enjoys the eating of the ice cream by the daughter. So enjoying the Vishaya Vastu, enjoying the object, enjoying the sensual happiness is not necessarily through our own senses. It can be from other person's senses also. Try to think about it, and then this is slowly getting the control in the mind. There is another example, the old example, and maybe it may not be directly applicable today, but in the old time, the mother used to cook and all the other family members will be sitting on the dining table and getting the food, freshly made food, fresh chapatis, fresh rotis out of the tawa directly coming on the plate. And the mother is equally hungry. It is not that mother is not hungry. Mother is equally hungry, but mother enjoys feeding. Mother enjoys looking at the happiness on the face of the family members. how well they are enjoying the food and satisfying the hunger. That itself gives a great happiness to the mother, to the female family member who is cooking the food. So, Videyatma means one who is enjoying in the present, who is not enjoying who is not thinking about the past or for the future. It is a eternal, and what happens, and this can come only with the nearness. When there is a nearness, you enjoy. It is very simple. Sometimes I go to the restaurant, and if I am sitting for longer period talking to my friend or somebody, then the waiter is waiting. That, okay, when this person will go, and I will have the next person coming on the table, and I will have some tips. In that condition, even though waiter is just waiting and even for the order and getting the food on my plate, actually waiter is not near to me. That is why waiter doesn't enjoy the feeling on my face for eating the food. This is what happens. So here in Videyatma, important part is nearness. And we can talk a lot about it, but nearness and oneness. And nearness to whom? Because in our life, there are various events and we are connected with various people. So it is with one person or the other person. But who is the always, eternally and most near to us? And that is where it is reaching to the concept of God. That is why even though Sankhya doesn't believe in God, Sankhya doesn't believe in so-called Bhagwan, they believe in Creator, but not in the Bhagwan side. So, but the whole Sankhya thinking leads to the door where it is says this is the entrance for the God, the Bhagwan, the concept of Bhagwan, the reality of it. So we will go to that again later on because it is going to come in the subsequent slokas. So how do we enjoy that in practical life? To control the mind. So there is a say in English, jam yesterday, jam tomorrow, but no jam today. The kid loves the jam, the fruit jam, and the kid is asking, Mama, I need jam every day. The kid takes spoonful of the jam with the bread every day. Now it is so much engrossed and in the moha of the jam because it is very sweet and the kid loves it, that the mother thinks that the kid needs to learn waiting, learn controlling the mind. So the mama says that the jam available was yesterday, you ate it, and you will get the jam tomorrow, but not today. This is the way to control the mind. Slowly, when the horse is brand new horse is caught from the jungle, it's a wild horse. It will not be controllable. But eventually, with proper patience and proper training, the horse will work very nicely as we want. Our mind is a horse. Mind is much powerful than horse. And mind is controlling the indriyas. So indriyas, whatever they say, the mind is going to go over there. So that is one part. Then second part is think that as a relationship and as a duty. When I develop a relationship, I don't consume it. When my relationship goes, that is why it is told that with the same body we hug our mother, our grandmother, our daughter, our sister, and our wife. The only difference is in the mind. The mind says how we feel about the same action. So important part is mind, and that is what is example to be remembered. Who am I? What is my relationship? Whenever we are eating a good food, I always think about it. Whenever I go to a restaurant and I eat a good food, rather than it is not that I don't enjoy the food, but it is important that who get that food in my plate and I am able to eat it. If we remember the relationship of that, we immediately develop the gratitude towards the God. The problem of ownership of my effort is that misconception is in our mind. So and third part, there are so many bullet points on it. The grace of God is that. So the third part is that enjoy whatever is the result, because there will be always an outcome. There may be negative or positive, or rather I will use the word favorable or less favorable. There will be, because I will not say against, because in Gita there will be another shloka coming. pratyavayana vidyate. There is nothing opposite. So I cannot say it is opposite result. One who studies Gita will not say it is, he will use that it is inconvenient, or it will say less favorable. So it may be favorable or less favorable result, but analyze and correct the result. There will be always a situation like that. Yeah, so expectation, meeting the expectation is never going to be 100%, even with ourselves, as we have taken the examples last time. So skill of waiting, enjoying the results, learn to view the senses, then being the senses is another part. Look at your senses as a third party. This is a higher level, but people can achieve this with little exercise. Look at your senses as a third party rather than yourself. You are not the senses. The one who is enjoying the sweetness on your tongue while eating a gulab jamun is not the tongue, not the mind, but one who is inside. We have to remember that these are three different people, three different entities, and then we can enjoy it very well. And the last one is tatastha bhav. We have to be tatastha. Tatastha is nothing but, in literal sense, tata means the shore and stha means sthir. One who is standing on the shore. He is enjoying, he is looking at everything, he is feeling the experience through the senses, but he is not drowned. He is swimming through. That is tatastha. Now, somebody say, okay, this is still theoretical. How to make it very practical? So practically, if you are, suppose you like the food very much, you think that, oh, I love this food and I want to eat more, and doctor says you don't eat more food. Even doctor says these things. So it is not unknown. Then you use a smaller plate and smaller spoon. While eating, take a smaller spoon and smaller plate and take the portions in it. Eventually, you will find that the fun of enjoyment is better than fun of eating more. Keep the food in the mouth for a longer period. Chew it for a longer period. Try to visit your tongue in your mind. Try to visit the tongue. What it is enjoying. When we enjoy like that, we do not need to eat more, but still we can enjoy more. That is what is a practical way to do. Then another thing is close the eyes while enjoying. While you are eating, give it a shot. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and then eat whatever you like to eat. You will enjoy it more, because when we close one of the senses, the other sense automatically gets more energy from our Chaitanya, from in our body, and that Chaitanya will be able to enjoy more. That is what happens. And one of the way to refrain from is to repeat the experiences. I will share one of the experience of my own daughter. My daughter loved to drink mango juice. When she was around 6-7 years old, she loved mango juice. She loved to eat so much mango juice. Now so much sugar going in the body, the child is not very good. Anywhere we go and somebody will ask, what will you like to have? She will say, I will like to have the mango juice. And my wife was very upset for that, oh, she is asking everyone that she wants only mango juice. At that time I was in Middle East, so mango juice was available in the containers. It was so easy to get a mango juice. So I told that, okay, let us do an experiment on the child's mind itself. So you bring an empty number of mango juice containers, whatever she wants to eat. Morning, afternoon, evening, every day, going to the school, lunch box, everywhere you put mango juice. She should have such an abundance of mango juice that she will not have anything that, oh, I don't have mango juice. See, having mango juice and eating mango juice are two different things. When you do not have, you like to consume it more. This is the psychology of a person. When we are deprived from something, we like to have that more. Even though it is less valuable thing, it becomes extremely valuable in our mind. When this happened, my daughter slowly started reducing consumption of the mango juice. I asked her, why, you do not like it? And she told that, no, I think I had enough. This word, I had enough, is what is showing that how the mind can be trained. She eventually was eating mango juice, but not to that extent. Whatever we were worried about that was resolved. So, repeat the experiences many times. Now, this is applicable only in some areas. Because if somebody is a drug addict, we cannot say that you take more and more drug and you will slowly deprive from it. No, that's not the case. This is a case where it is applicable only in some cases. But repeated experiences eventually makes a person less interested in those sensual happiness. That is one of them. And the last one here is the custodian is God. The God is the custodian. He is giving, he or she, whatever you believe in, is giving me these experiences. There is a little story about this, that there was a man who was sleeping. And in the sleep he was dreaming. While dreaming, he saw that he saw a picture, he saw like a video, that he and God are both walking together on a seashore. They are both walking together. And he can see the footsteps on the sand of himself and God on the seashore while they are walking. Now, what is seen is that when they are stepping, when they are going forward on the seashore, his life's episodes, experiences are coming on the sky, like happy experiences and sad experiences, non-favorable experiences. So, he is seeing that when there is a scene coming, the steps are going forward. So he is seeing that as a walking through the life. Now he observed that when there is a tough time, when there is a difficulty in the life, there are only one footstep of only one person on the sand. Footstep of only one person on the sand. When he see a bad experiences on in the sky, and when he is seeing a happy experience, he is seeing the footstep of two people. So he told God, he told that, see, when there was a tough time in my life, when there was a difficulty in my life, you left me. Only I have to go through those bad experiences. And the God says, no, my son, it is not that way. Actually, when there is a bad experience, when you are going through the tough time in your life, I picked you up. That is why there are not your footsteps. The only one person footstep is mine, because I lifted you. Nearness of God in every experiences is the best satisfaction in life while enjoying. How we can become Videyatma is the only way. This is the only door through the whole big part, what we call as the Sansar Sagar. To swim through that sagar, to swim through that ocean, the only way is nearness, the memory of the custodian who is God. Vishnu Patni, yeah, we buy so many houses, right? When sometimes I fly and I was looking on the ground over there, all these big houses look very small, they look like a matchstick box. And I was thinking, how many houses you are going to buy? How many land, how much ownership you can have? It can be only by the God. Vishnu Patni Kshama Devi Madhavi Madhava Priyam. The land is owned by the God. The land is owned by Him. We cannot don't try to become the husband of Lakshmi. Try to become son of Lakshmi. And that is why we have got the Lakshmi Mata. Lakshmi Mata is a very big concept. There are multiple ways to look at it. Why we call it as Mata, why we pray as Mata, why Lakshmi should be Mata, and all that. But let us go to the next very interesting one, which is Prasad. So I will chant the other one, the next shloka, second chapter, 65th shloka. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhe paryavatishthate. This is one of the shloka which I love the most. Of course, I love every shloka in Gita, but this is one of the, very applicable shloka. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Very easy to understand also. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. With the prasad के होने पर संपूर्ण दुखों का अंत हो जाता है. हाँ, प्रसाद अंत हो जाता. और प्रसन्न चेतसो याशु, प्रसन्न चित पुरुष की बुद्धि शीघ्र ही स्थिर हो जाती है. That is what is written. In English we can say, by the divine grace comes with the peace in the life of a person. It brings the peace. Ani rasyopajayate. and all sorrows are gone. Isn't it? Now this shloka is so much misexplained, misinterpreted, everything we can say. It is so much misrepresented that we have completely forgotten the meaning of prasad. So let us take what is prasad in present day in our mind. It means that we get something in our hand, right? Prasad means what? Prasad means in our mind, what we get in our hand. Mandir mein jao, go to the temple and the Pandit Ji will give you some prasad. It will be a banana, it will be a fruit, a sweet, a almond or anything for them. Right? A prasad can be little bigger, like there is a food, there is a, somebody has done a puja, so they will have the full course lunch or dinner. And then we are told by the kathakar that prasad khao, prasad khane se dukh ka nash ho jayega. And the whole new generation starts asking the question, how come my sorrows can all vanish by eating by this one banana? How I can get rid of all the sorrows? How I can get rid of all the bad things going to come in my life by just eating one shira, one bowl of shira? Second argument is that after eating so much prasad, a person will say that I have been eating prasad for 60 years and I am still having misery in my life. So this is something wrong. In our mind, prasad is very simple. And then there is a long list of prasad. Yeah, we are told so much thing. We will talk about it in next 32 minutes. We are told so much thing. Prasad kaise banana chahiye? How to prepare? Prasad should be very clean. Yes, it should be made with a clean. Anything we will like to offer. Whatever you have got, you offer it to the God. That will be prasad. That is the second one. So a big span of prasad, a very big spectrum. Yeah, right from a chappan bhog, what we call, it's a big like hundreds and thousands of recipes in front of God on a specific day, to Shabri, who is giving a tasted berries to Bhagwan Ram. A big spectrum, a huge spectrum in prasad, we see that. Yeah. And we are told that you must offer it to the God before eating. Yeah, prasad khana nahi chahiye pehle. Prasad must be eaten only after offering to the God. And the worst part, the biggest one, is that if you do not consume the prasad, if you do not eat prasad, you will be doing a sin. पाप के भागीदार होंगे अगर प्रसाद नहीं खाया तो. And which is the biggest example we all know in Satyanarayan Katha. The Kalavati Kanya didn't eat the prasad, and that is why she lost her husband. And when the Akashvani happened and she goes back to home and she is consuming prasad, and now she is seeing her husband. And the Kathakar is giving it in such a great way that everybody has cries, they have got tears coming from the eyes. And the new generation will never agree with that. There is absolutely no logic seen in it. And so go away. So that is why they will go away. That is why they will go away from this excellent concept, excellent thought in our Sanatan Dharma of prasad. So we will try to understand it. Yeah. And then prasad can be in any form also. So it is not only the food prasad, it is the Mataji's chundari, we put some sari for Mataji, that can be also prasad. The flower can be prasad, the garland coming from the God's neck in a Murti Puja. Yeah, the coconut is prasad, sweets, anything can be puffed rice, kurmura, that can be also prasad. So it can be a food item or a non-food item. Both are considered as a prasad. And we always feel blessed after having prasad. We feel that now I have a prasad in my hand, so I will be blessed. That is the thinking coming. That is what we are taught. We are taught the right thing, but it is represented in a wrong thing. This is where the logic doesn't go in the brain of our latest generation. They find no logic in it. Even though everything of this, prepare, clean and all that what we listed now, is everything is true and correct. But the way it is represented is a question, and that is why it is not coming in a logical way in the mind of a new generation. This is a problem. And there is I already prepared it, but I don't know whether we should go inside technical detail. But Adi Shankaracharya told about, to understand this, the very fundamental, this is a PhD level and we may not go into in detail, but Adi Shankaracharya told in Nirvanastakam, Nacha prana sangyo navai pancha vayu nava sapta dhatur nava pancha kosha, who I am not. And Shankaracharya has explained this in very detail, but we will not go into such a high technical detail because it is for a higher level. We are all mango people. We are not PhD, we are not masters, we may not be even bachelor level study. So we will say that we are mango people, we are common people. We want to understand in our language. There may be somebody who will explain this shloka and say from that reference about prasad. But we will go with a normal level. And we will how to understand that with a normal level. So let us see it various bullet points. There are various bullet points. Okay. So we'll go one by one. One is priority of karma. What we are seeing, priority of karma, is that whatever I do, I get the result. I do the thing with my effort and I get the result of my karma. This is the concept in everybody's mind. When this happens, there is a huge train, there is a huge bogie, so many bogies come with this, which makes us very difficult life. But let us look at the priority of karma first. So prasad, let us see how the concept of prasad is connecting with the karma. Number one, unless we prepare an offer, we get nothing. What does prasad teach us? Unless we do something, unless we prepare and offer, we do not get it. So in our life, whatever effort we put, you prepare, you prepare, you have to cook, you have to cut vegetables, you have to prepare food, and you have to offer. Then only you get the prasad. This is the first part in prasad. Think about it. How does prasad prepare? We have to work. Karma. Prasad shows a complete karmanyata. But on the other hand, all the prarabdhavadi, all the, the people who believe only in the, only that something will happen good to me without any karma, they eat prasad and they say that now nothing will happen to me. The whole concept of prasad is work hard. But when we eat prasad, we think that without working hard, we will get the result. Look at it, how much irony it is. While eating prasad, the thing in our mind should come that I have to work, then only I will get prasad. I have to cook food. I have to prepare it well. I have to prepare it clean. If you put, I'm just giving an example, if there is a soil coming in shira, you will get a soiled shira. So a prasad should be clean means what? You prepare it to the best and then you will get that in a return. So prasad number one, it is telling, is karmanyata. Extreme karmanyata. And the understanding which we get, unfortunately today, is that prasad khane se kuch bhi kaam nahi karenge. Yeah, we will not do anything, but just is prasad aur ho jayega, sab acha ho jayega. Prasad khane se sab acha ho jayega. By eating prasad, every problem will be resolved. Prasade sarva dukkhana hani rasyo pajaya. So we are running away from the karmanyata. We are walking away from being active while eating prasad. What more irony can be there about the definition of prasad? Then second part is the karma phal, the fruit of our actions. The way you prepare, the way you get. अच्छा खाना बनाया, अच्छा प्रसाद मिलेगा. You put more greater effort, you prepare it very well, you will get a better result. You will get a more tasty. हाँ, आज का प्रसाद बहुत अच्छा था. Today prasad was very good. So karmanyata, prasad is showing karmanyata. That is the point. Then third is, in the return, you get the exact quantity. I always joke on that. That if Ganpati would have been really eating the laddu na, people will not offer this much laddu to Ganpati. People will not offer. Because if I am going to offer 10 laddus and out of that 5 will be eaten by Ganpati, what will happen? People will not put this much prasad to the God. Oh, God is taking it. Yeah, but prasad means what? Whatever you do, you get the equal fruit. Jaisa karma karoge, vaisa hi phal milega. You put 10 laddus, you get 10 laddus in prasad. You put 1 banana, you will get 1 banana in prasad. So whenever something good or bad happens to you, remember it is part of your karma. Yes, it is given by God and something may be variation because of your previous karma fruit. Imagine a simple example. Suppose there is a idol and you keep a banana over there. Bhagwan ko banana dharaya. You keep a banana. Then somebody else comes and he puts an apple over there in front of the God. Bhagwan ki murti ke samne. In front of the idol, I go and put banana and somebody else comes and puts the apple. Now Pandit Ji is there. Pandit Ji doesn't remember. Pandit Ji is not even connected to it. So Pandit Ji takes one apple and gives in my hand. Take it. Then I will think, oh, I put banana, but I get an apple. The other person will think, oh, I put apple and I get banana. That happens, and that is what happens in our life also, isn't it? Every time we work, we don't get a same result, we may get different result. So Prasad explains us that do not get disheartened. There is a deep psychology in Prasad. Yeah. Good deeds gets a good result and vice versa. That is Prasad. And akarma, inaction. Yeah, akarma, we talked a lot about it. We talked about akarma a lot. Inaction. Don't be inactive. So, if I don't prepare any prasad, I will not get any prasad. Prasad banaya hi nahi, to milega nahi. We are expecting, without working, everything good should happen to me. How? By eating a shira, by eating a banana. How? The whole concept of prasad has been put upside down. Prasad teaches us to work hard, to work to the best of our efficiency, put our whole heart in our actions. And now we are having a completely reverse concept in the mind. Shira khao, sab acha ho jayega. So whenever we are eating prasad, remember this. What does prasad wants to say me? There is a story in Akbar and Birbal. There is a story. Akbar asked that Akbar one day, there is one fun part of it. Whenever I hear these stories, I think that Akbar had no work to do, and so is the Birbal, that they are having all this conversation. Anyway, that's a joke part. So one day Akbar was thinking, and he asked Birbal, how many people in my kingdom, in my city, are speaking truth? They are truthful. And Birbal told, maybe no one. And Akbar told, whom? That cannot happen. Everybody cannot be a liar. I want to prove me. He says, okay, we can prove it. Give me some time. So Birbal, after around a week, put a notice. In the old time there was a drum, and people will go around with the drum in the city. So he took the drum, and he get the news in the city that Akbar has told that you bring 1 pot of milk on, say, Monday morning from everyone. 1 pot of milk. And Now everyone bring one pot of milk, and then there was a big tent built above a big container, a well. And everybody were told that you go and pour your milk in the well. Pour the milk in the well. And one by one, everybody should be going. So nobody else can see that how much milk you are pouring. So everybody went through. Then everybody went, and like the whole pouring work is done. Now Birbal told Akbar, "You come with me and look into the well." And they looked into the well, and the well was completely filled with only water. There was a little minor trace of milk somewhere, but other than that, the whole well was filled with water. How? Because everybody thought that let other people put the milk. If I put the water, it doesn't matter. It will not be seen. Why should I waste one full? Why should I waste, or why should I waste money on one big full pot of milk? It will not be traced at all. Yeah. So it proves that in prasad, motivation to good for self and all. This all word is very important here. One of the last point which we are talking about, priority of karma. Our karma should not be only for us. Our karma should be for all, for everyone. My present as well as the future generation. Think about it. If this thought is very well explained to the kids right from the beginning and how they develop their character, will there be any bribing? Will there be any corruption? No, because people will think about their karma. People will think about their karma and the result of it. This is the motivation to do the good for self and all. Now in the prasad, there is also a psychological angle. This was all the karma level angle. Now there is a psychological level. What is the psychological level? That impact of the success in life. Whenever we do a work and there is a success coming, there is an impact of success in life. It is either creating ego, terror, greed, heartlessness, superiority complex. We will do karma, we will get prasad also. But prasad doesn't only give the karma, prasad also gives me the understanding on my own personal level that it is impact of success in life, which is ego, greed, heartlessness, superiority complex. This will not happen because somebody else has given me the prasad. It is given to me by God. And then impact of failure, depression, lost motivation, aspiration, inferiority complex, all these things will be gone. Once we understand that I am getting the prasad from one who is a custodian of the prasad, that is a God. There is always an external factor beyond the control and imagination. This concept will be very clear in our mind because we see that there is a prasad. God is giving me prasad. So I will not be disheartened. Maybe next time, yeah, this time I got banana, next time maybe I'll get apple, next time I may get a sweet. That is prasad. The biggest part of prasad is feeling warmth and belonging and caretaker with me. Feeling warmth is the biggest example, is the biggest feeling in the person's life, that I am belonging to something. I am belonging. Somebody is there to take care of me. When we eat prasad, think about it. God has given it to me. So it is very interesting that in the Sankhya Yoga, even though there is no concept of God, there is a clear-cut shloka on prasad. How come somebody who is more technically interested may ask that question? That if there is no concept of God to be, there is a creator, but there is no Murti Puja, there is nothing like that, how come the word prasad has come in this chapter of Sankhya Yoga? All those people who are more interested in study, who are more interested in, all this kind of study, I will ask them the question that how come God has given the word of prasad, which is directly related to the God and the Murti Puja, what we generally get the prasad from the Murtis. How come that shloka has come in Sankhya Yoga? Sankhya Yoga is for the priority of karma. How come a prasad word has come in the Sankhya Yoga? Very big question, isn't it? Is it not surprising? That itself is also an indication that the concept of prasad is not connected with what is the general understanding of prasad in our mind. That is what it is. We'll go to it. We'll go to the next point. There are so many points connected to prasad. Prasad is it creates a hope and internal courage. It tells me that yes, whatever I am doing today will be given to me tomorrow. What if I die tomorrow? It will be still given to me as a prasad. It gives me a courage to work through the adverse. Prasad is also a concept which will give me a good sleep. Because when I am sleeping, I am worried. I am worried that whether I will get the returns of my efforts or not, who will be taking care of me, what will happen for my sick child, or if I myself is sick. All these worries, sickness, hunger, food, everything, all these worries will be all gone by prasad, because there is somebody taking care of my karma, somebody is auditing it, and they are definitely going to give me the equal and same quality return of my efforts. When these thoughts comes, our worries are gone. Our challenges are gone in life. And that is why it is told, prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajate. Sarva dukkhanam. All the miseries will be gone. How come all the miseries will be gone? With these thoughts. Not only with the banana or apple or sweet. The miseries will be gone by understanding of the prasad. Understanding of the word of prasad. Understanding the process of prasad. That is how the miseries will be gone. That is how the shloka is telling, prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajaya. Faith in true justice. Yeah, we will develop a faith in true justice. If we believe in prasad, it is faith in true justice. The law of nature, never wasted. It will be banked. It will be put somewhere in the bank and given back to us. And it will always be there, even if we die. Shuchinam Srimantam Gehe Yoga Prashto Vijayate. Yeah, we are told, because we believe in the rebirth. Because we believe in the rebirth, we say that, okay, you will be born in a more better family, in a more better situation if you do a good karma today. So prasad and karma are connected one to one. And prasad, that means believing in a system by creator. That is why the Sankhya is talking about prasad. Why Sankhya is talking about prasad? Because Sankhya believes in the creator. So there is a creator, and this creator has a system, and this system is faultless. Believing in that system is Sankhya. And that is why Sankhya is talking about prasad. What do we experience in present everyday life? We stop working when we become angry with our boss. We think that the rewards are not at par with our effort. I'll give an example. This is how the thing to be taken as prasad in my own life. What happened is that I had my father over here in Canada. After my mother died in India, my father moved over here. And he was a very old man. He was almost 86, 88 year old. And he was blind. He was having some problem with his eyes, glaucoma. And that is why he couldn't see. And he was a very learned person. He was a lawyer. He was a chartered accountant. A very learned person. He was a Jyotish, fortune teller. He was looking at the kundalis and all that. He was also a Ayurvedic scholar. He was a multifaceted personality. And he learned a lot of things in this long life of 82 years. 86 years, 88 years. Now one day what happened, and I was always feeling sorry about him because he is blind. A person who is so learned, who has always read so many things and so many books and all, and written so many things, is unable to see anything, is very painful. I always thought that why this happened to my father. I was very sad for that. One day what happened, that we had a burglary at our home. We went out, I went out with my family for some regular visit to the temples, which I was doing every Sunday. So the burglar knew that, this family goes there, they look at the house, and then there is, this family goes out every Sunday. So they thought that, aha, this is a good time, let's go in, there will be nobody. But they never realized that there is an old man in the house, because the old man never comes out of the house, generally. Maybe once in 3 months, 2 months. Winter never comes out. So the burglar came in, and when my father was able to hear well and everything was good except he can't see. So he was sitting on his couch in the bedroom, and he heard some footsteps. And my father was very intelligent, as I told you. He had a very good count of time. So he thought that, these guys are going to come after an hour or so, but within 20 minutes, why there are footsteps in the house? So he shouted, who is there, and kind of that. And naturally, when the burglar saw that there is an old man, he was also panicked. He might not be a very seasoned burglar probably. So he was also panicked. Oh my God, there is somebody in the house. But when the burglar, he or she, saw that my father is blind, he just closed the door of the bedroom. And now my father has no clue where the door is and all that. He was shouting, but he was just sitting there. He can't do anything. A blind man, 88-year-old, he can only shout, who is there, who is there? Nothing else happened. And the burglar did his job, and he went off and he stole something. He stole some, ornaments or whatever. When we came home, and I was worried that, I could see that there was already a forced entry in the house. And I thought about it. I thought about it in my mind. That if my father had his eyes, for which I was so much sad that he lost his, eyes, he lost his sight. If my father would have got sight, he would have definitely resisted the burglar. And naturally, a 88-year-old man will not be able to resist even 10 seconds. Burglar may have hit him. Burglar may be more worried that, somebody saw me, now there can be a witness. He may have, just given a push, which is enough for my father to break bone or die. So because my father had no sight, my father's life was saved. By losing the sight, actually, his life was saved. This is where the concept of prasad comes in mind. His loss of sight was actually a prasad. Why? Because a future thing going to happen like burglary will save him. Otherwise, he would have got either heavily injured or may have been even killed. Who knows? So anything happening to me is for good. Anything happening to me is for good is the thing in the mind to be taken, and that is prasad. That is prasad. When that happens, when that state of mind comes, the life becomes better, acceptable, with all conditions. And prasad also is a social factor. Yeah, that is another part. See, this is one part. We talked about karma part, we talked about personal part. Now there is a concept of social part. What is that? When we go to the temple, everybody takes the same prasad. There may be a rich person or poor person. Everybody gets the same prasad. So equality in the society. They both eat by sitting next to each other. Maybe that millionaire may not be even allowing anybody to come into his bungalow or a villa. But the same millionaire is sitting with a normal man, with a very, economically very low level person next to him. He will be sitting and eating together. Equality in the society under the fatherhood of God. That is what prasad is bringing. Availability of resources. Yeah, there may be so many poor people in the world, in the society. So through the temples, these poor people are getting the resource, the inferiority complex of the person who is taking and superiority complex of the person who is giving is also not happening here. A person who is giving is doing by grace of God. I am getting it. So person is giving with the gracefulness, with the gratitude. And person who is taking as a prasad. This is from God. They do not have an inferiority. So the superiority complex and inferiority complex, which is created because of the unequal distribution of the resources in the world, and then the donations and the whole cycle, that vicious cycle doesn't happen. It doesn't happen with the concept of the prasad. That is why our temples are nothing but a socio-economic center. It should be a socio-economic center. When we receive something, instead of I have earned, it is given to me. This is what prasad is. And the choice and selection is absent. See, whenever we get a prasad, suppose Puja Pandit Ji gives us something in our hand. This is what you get. There is no choice. You do your karma, but the fruits are dependent on the giver, the one who is giving you. That is what prasad is teaching us. You do your effort, you expect the best and the equal effort result, but finally the thing which you get in your hand is dependent on the giver, one who is giving. The bowl of prasad may contain almond, or may contain just a shira or banana, or the sugar candies. Prasad means acceptance of whatever is coming in my mind. So the problem of anger is resolved. Anger due to the adverse things is resolved. Acceptance. And that is where the Satyanarayan Katha is coming in. We have got very less time, only 1 minute. Maybe next time we will talk about it. And so we will conclude, we will just stop over here today. We have got two things to discuss on prasad. One is the Satyanarayan Katha part, and the second part is how the prasad has been to be. We understand now how the prasad to be understood, and then we will try to remove any the misleading thoughts on the prasad when we come next time. So it is almost 11 o'clock. I will stop over here on the shloka, 65th shloka, Prasade Sarva Dukkhanam Hani Rasya Upajayate. We will conclude it next week again when we meet on Saturday 10 to 11 as regularly online as well as in the temple. And we will conclude this shloka and we will go further on our study of Shrimad Bhagwat Gita. I wish everyone a happy weekend and enjoy your time. It's still a better weather. It's not that cold today. So enjoy your time. Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve